My name is Micheal Anderson. That's right, I said Micheal. I am a children's author and I write middle grade fiction. That's for the young readers who are just beyond picture books and are now able to read independently. I've been writing for about 4 years. I started writing when I was hitting a milestone birthday. I was getting ready to turn the big 5-0 and decided that I would blog about my experience. I wanted to have 50 new experiences to blog about, and that's exactly what I did. During that process, I was able to blog about the different experiences that I was having for this year, but it also reignited my passion for writing. I think one of the things that helps me to stand out or be apart from everyone else, the books that I write to inspire or encourage girls to pursue STEM. So currently the chapter series that I'm writing is the Zoey Lyndon series. Each book is meant to inspire and encourage girls to pursue math and science, specifically Black and brown girls. Statistics show that girls as early as 3rd and 4th grade begin to lose interest. And I know from personal experience, my daughters both pursued STEM. I have a scientist and a chemical engineer, that there is a gender gap. And one of the ways that I am choosing to contribute is by writing books that inspire. I want to expose girls to more math and science and engineering through literacy. The name of my series is Zoey Lyndon. There are currently 3 books in the series. There's The Big Move to the Loo, which was the debut book. The second book, The Sticky Finger Bandit. And the third book is Misadventures at Camp. The inspiration for writing this series has definitely been my daughters. So this is not a true story. I write fiction, but the inspiration does come from my children. Zoey is a 4th grade protagonist. We see her grow. You see that maturity. And I love this series because I feel like it's smart. It celebrates kids that excel academically and have other interests as well. Is there anything that I find challenging about my writing? I will tell you, the series that I currently have, the Zoey Lyndon series, it is a STEM focus. And so to me, that is challenging in and of itself because my background is accounting. My background is not STEM. And because I'm writing about science, technology, engineering, math, I have to do a lot of research. Now, fortunately, I have the benefit of having my entire family work in STEM. My husband's an engineer, my daughter is a chemical engineer, my other daughter is a scientist. And so STEM is all around me. And going through school, I would make sure that my daughters were going to engineering camps and summer camps that focused on STEM. And so again, I was around it and familiar, but I wasn't immersed in it and living it. So when I write about it, I now have to research in detail. So that provides some challenges for me. I also am doing this also on the age level. So if I'm talking about 4th graders or 5th graders, then I have to make sure that it's age appropriate. So this is probably one of those things that are one of the most challenging things for me right now. How has my experience been working with IngramSpark? I look at IngramSpark as a partnership. I've worked with them from the beginning. I have 3 books that are currently in the series. I'm currently editing book 4. Since the beginning, I've partnered with IngramSpark, and the beauty about this relationship is that they allow me to focus on the most important thing, which to me is getting my story told, focusing on the writing, getting my story out there. They assist by, to me, I'm going to say, doing the heavy lift that often takes place in the background by allowing me to get my story out to as many people as I can through mass distribution. And I'm so grateful for that. When I started out, I felt overwhelmed because I didn't know what I didn't know. I'm grateful for the IngramSpark platform and the tools that they make available. I'm grateful that I consider this to be a partnership, and that they're still continuing to do that heavy lift for me. My experience has been a very positive experience, and I'm looking forward to continuing that partnership with IngramSpark. My advice to other authors would be to figure out what works for you and do it. There's so many authors that are doing different things, and some of us are out here killing it, doing things well, and that works for them. But just because it works for one author doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. I've had to learn and to pull back because there's so much information out here, and people are doing different things. Not that different is not good, different is fine. But ultimately, you have to do what works for you. So I would encourage authors to stay in your lane, find out what works for you. Do that. It's great to get ideas, but do what's best for you and what works for you.